just got to camp, perfect weather, freezing cold.
It's scent killer, not antifreeze.
That's a freaking great deer. This is crazy. This is why we hunt. For this feeling right here.
These are our stomping grounds. This is where we tear it up and lay it down. Here we were born and raised. Can no one take that away? These are our stomping grounds. This is where we tear it up and lay it down. Here we were born and raised. Can no one take that away?
Man, I guess I'm gonna be roughing it this week. I mean, did you see this place? Seriously, Wicked Outfitters Lodge is insane.
We've hunted all over the country and we have stayed in everything from the Taj Mahal to a tent. But trust me, the quality of the lodge has nothing to do with the quality of the hunting. And then there's Wicked Outfitters. Because believe it or not, I actually think that the hunting arrangements are even better than the sleeping arrangements.
Last fall, they killed 18 Pope and Youngs, 2 pushed Boone and Crockett. And earlier this year, if you missed it, I took my daughter Hannah down for youth season, and she took full advantage of the hunting arrangements.
We've got a real wide 8. We've got a narrower, really heavy 8. We've got an 8 with a split G2. There's a real gnarly deer with a drop tine in here. He's not a regular, but he's coming in.
Look at that, Hannah. Look at the size of that deer. That is a monster 8. Was your heart beating fast?
That is a great deer.
I gotta take a picture of you guys.
What you gonna do now, Daddy? I mean, little girl just kinda brought it.
I know, right? I mean, she set the bar awful high, but I'll see what I can do. The conditions are completely different now. It's freezing cold and the rut's rocking, so the deer are going nuts.
Did that sound like an excuse to you too?
I don't need excuses. Oh, maybe some hand warmers.
We'll see.
I'm gonna shoot my bow a few times. We just got to camp, perfect weather. It's freezing cold. I've got a lot more clothes on than I would normally have, but I'm shooting this TrueFire 4-finger hardcore. And because I'm gonna be using some thicker gloves and I can't really feel the trigger that well through my thumbs, I didn't adjust the travel of the trigger. It's still nice and short the way I like it, but I've adjusted the tension and made it a lot stiffer so I don't accidentally, with my gloves on, fling an arrow before I'm ready. So I've stiffened it up quite a bit. So, put my gloves on, make sure with a target that it's doing what I want it to do before I'm out there shooting a deer. One thing I am realizing though is with these thick gloves on, this the head on this hardcore pivots, spins all the way around, so as you adjust however you like to anchor, it'll spin. And with these thick gloves on, it doesn't want to spin, it's pinching, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I'm where I want to be when I start to draw. So I'm gonna kind of have to do this. I mean, gosh, it's so much work hunting big bucks in Kansas when it's cold. I think I'm ready to go. I think. It's cold. It is. I think the high today is, what, 30? Something like that. Right out here we got, I don't know how many hundreds of acres of cut beans. But right along the edge of the tree line, probably 50 yards wide and a couple 100 yards long, they've got a patch of Whitetail Institute wintergreens. And a plot watcher's getting a ton of pictures of some handful of really good 10s. They got a really high and tight, I think he's an 8, but he's got like 12, 13-inch brow tines. Just one of those places where, you know, you're looking through pictures and you're thinking to yourself, man, if he's not 150 inches plus, I don't know if it's worth pulling the trigger because of what kind of deer are in here. But I haven't had a 150-inch deer walk in front of me yet, so we'll see what happens. If he's 148 inches and he's old enough and he's standing right here at 20 yards, he's liable to meet Mr. Muzzy, I'm not gonna lie to you.
After a long, cold night in the stand, there's nothing that warms you up better than some good home cooking and some good music. We just happen to be sharing camp with Nashville songwriter Leith Lofton, and the man's talented.
Smells good. And this looks awesome. So time to eat. Tim, you should really try it. Yep.
I just came in here to have a couple beers with a buddy that was feeling low. One thing led to another, and that other was a shot. Got us where we wanted to go. You can only go so far on a good beer bus. Don't like whiskey, but I love what it does. The band kicked in, the mood did too. Got that looking good, feeling good, pretty good mood. Hell, I ain't crazy, but on any given day, I'm just one whiskey away. Y'all, I ain't crazy, but on any given day, I'm just one whiskey away. Here it is, right here.
I think we got everything. I got enough layers on and extra gloves, hood and a face mask. But it's our first morning here at Wicked Outfitters in Kansas, and I'm excited to get in the stand. The deer, big bucks running everywhere. Does are all popping every day. It's just one of those times of the year where, you know, we're hunting a particular deer, but at any given moment, a doe could bring another big buck right by the stand. And that's what we're banking on. Alex, you back there? This light's so bright I can't see anything. So you got a big 10 in there, and he's got kickers on his 2s.
That's right.
And just sort of some crabs in the front.
Yeah, he's a real cool deer. He's just got, I mean, like you pretty much described him to a T. He's got these little kickers coming off, kind of looks like little crowns going off. Got crab claw. Really cool deers, and pretty easy, good mature deer. You know, one we definitely have on the wish list. So
Cool.
Is that
Well-
the for you?
See, problem is, it's scent killer, not antifreeze. It's a good thing we sprayed all of our stuff down and washed it good because this ain't happening. Yeah, scent killer. Ice pack. All right, we go. It's our first morning in the stand. About a 1 mile an hour wind. It is deathly quiet. just not getting enough camera light. I got a little spike moving through. It's nice though, a lot of dead leaves on the ground. You can hear them coming from a long way away. The word of the week, cold.
When it's down in the teens and really cold like this, I know everybody wants to get out there before daylight, and I'm not telling you not to, but you probably aren't going to see a whole lot of deer movement until after the sun gets up and knocks that chill out of the air.
And this time of year, remember, those bucks are cruising hard looking for does or right behind one, so a doe can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And if you remember last week, they didn't do Dave any favors. But this morning, it happened in an instant.
Really nice. Nice little jab there.
She circled around and went back that way. Buck was coming in. Of course, he followed her. Deer's starting to move. That's 3 deer within 5 minutes. It's a doe. There's a buck, Shane. Buck coming. Big buck, Shane. Got him. Yes. We thought that was the same buck coming back. If it's the same buck, he put on a lot of horn on his little roundabout because that's a freaking great deer. Good grief. 15 yards, we were just saying. All the deer kept coming around this side. And we're like, man, we really need a deer to come this way. And I looked up and I was like, Shane, there's a doe coming. And she walks right in front of us and she's milling around. And buck coming. And I gotta give a whole lot of credit to that IQ bow sight. Because with all these clothes and I just, for some reason, I don't know if this was built up, I couldn't anchor very good and I was trying to get it. And I looked and I was torquing my bow pretty good. And I love this IQ because I can just make sure that I get all that torque out of there and I'm straight on. And we smoked a great deer right here in Kansas at Wicked Outfitters. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we got it done. First morning. We hunted last night. Be still legs. This is crazy. This is why we hunt. For this feeling right here. Oh, I gotta let this get out of me for a minute. Be right back. I think I've got enough of the shakes out of me. I can safely climb down. So I spent the last 15 minutes or so looking for my arrow. While I didn't find my arrow, I found a pretty good reason why I may not. It passed through the deer, but it didn't pass through the tree. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I can see Clint. Look like he brought an entourage to go find this deer. We got him. Yeah, I think it was the one you were showing me pictures of with the stickers on twos.
Jay's not
JP, what's up, bro? When I was looking for my arrow, we got blood right here, over here. He's immediately dumping. I think he went right here. Look at that. So he's spewing here. That's him. Got him. No, he's laying there. He's right there. Thank you guys very much for, not like it was a hard cracking job. What a moose. Look at that. Look at that too. It's like it's on fire.
Dude, that is awesome.
Thank you, man. This is not the deer we thought it was. I mean, he has kickers on both twos, but that is unbelievable. Look at the palmation on both sides and just funky trash on his brows. I mean, how tight is that? It's,
Looking Outfitter's been good to you this year.
I'm telling you, that's crazy, man. Come up here in September and Hannah shoots an amazing 8-point in velvet. That took what? That was the second day.
Second day.
And I shot my deer on the second day.
Can't beat that.
This is the same farm I shot my turkey on from a boat. I forgot about that. I know where I'm hunting next time I come back. Talk about a wicked buck. I mean, look at all this stuff. I'm lucky that I can't believe all this stuff isn't busted off. Man, what a deer. And, well, I mean, at least he crossed this ravine. I'm glad you brought Whitney.
Yeah.
Wow, what a cool deer.
And that's just how it goes right there. I mean, sometimes you can hunt for a week and not kill one, and sometimes you hunt for a day and you tag out.
That's just the luck of the rut. I mean, we're dealing with a mostly unpredictable animal anyway, and then you throw love in the mix. We all know how that can make things even more crazy. But hey, like we always say, you can't kill them if you don't go.
But I did go. I went a lot, actually.
Well, so in his case, you can't kill them if you do go.
Nice. We've stayed in places like the Taj Mahal. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Taj Mahal.
But the hunting arrangements are different than the sleeping arrangement. What you gonna do now, Daddy? I mean, little girl just kind of said,
They killed 18 Pope and Youngs and 2 that bushed Poon and Crockett.
push Poon and Crockett.
Bushed Poon and Crockett.